Hi everyone, welcome to Mindful Monday. Mindfulness. For the longest time, it seems to have been a buzzword, and yet it's a really important and really simple thing that we can add into our lives. Now, kids, you've probably heard about it at school, I have no doubt, and adults, you've definitely heard about it because it's been something that has been spoken about and not pushed on us but suggested to us by our GPs, by any kind of wellness person, as something that we should look into doing. What I like about it, there are two things. Well, there are many things actually, but one of the things I really like about mindfulness is the fact that I'm not very good at it. And so I'm hoping that as I teach these lessons, I'm going to get better at being more mindful. The second thing that I do like, and really why I should be good at it, is it's really easy. It doesn't take much to be mindful. And so the mindful technique that I want to introduce you today is really the simplest of them all, and it's called a check-in. And to check in with yourself, all it takes is you to stop doing whatever it is that you're doing and to sit or to stand or to lie down, that doesn't matter, but just to stop. Maybe close your eyes for a bit of focus or have them unfocused, staring at a point at the wall, and just have a breathe. And breathe in deeply and breathe out deeply. And notice how you're feeling. How is your body feeling? How is your mind feeling? What's going on? What emotions are inside doing their thing? What's on your mind? What are you thinking about? How does your body feel? And you're just stopping. You're not thinking about tomorrow. You're not thinking about yesterday. You're thinking about you right here, right now, in a mindful check-in. On a practical scale, I'd like to show you 3 different ways that I think you guys can check in at home. And I've done it in 3 different ways because I'm hoping that we've got parents with little ones watching, and I'm also hoping we've got some of the older upper primary kids watching who can do some of this stuff by themselves. So I'm going to start off by showing you what I think the big kids would get out of it, particularly if you're a little bit artistic. I found this one on, I think it was on an Instagram site, I'm not sure, but anyway, it's a flower that's been drawn, and as you can see, each of the petals is numbered and each of the emotions has a colour, and you go through a month, so that's 1 month at a glance. All you have to do is go, oh yeah, I was pretty happy that month. A little bit excited too, wonder what was going on. Okay, so you've got your record there. Alternatively, if you want to get a little bit more mathematical about it too, you can do a little graph. I love these books. These are little graph paper books, and they just make it a lot nicer and neat. I'm a little bit fiddly when it comes to stuff like that. I like it to be really neat. So I've got my days of the week on the top, and then my days down the bottom, and again my color-coded little icons there to tell me which emotion I'm feeling on what day. And then that way too, if you do get a little book like this, you can keep each month in a book. As a classroom teacher, but also what I think maybe the younger kids could do at home, is I print out normally just a really simple template. So you've got 1 week at the top, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Obviously it's a good idea if you write the names on, and again down the bottom. And as kids come into the classroom, I'd say, hey, good morning, how are you feeling today? And then they would draw their face, and depending on their age, skill level, they would also write the name of the emotion that they're feeling. What I really love about this particular one is I would often be surprised. You think a kid looks a bit down, they're not looking so great, they will write down that they're happy. And vice versa, someone might come in with a big smile on their face, and then you see that they've drawn a sad face. And as a teacher or a parent or a carer, It allows you to walk up a little bit later and say, hey, is everything okay? I notice that you're a bit sad. And through this strategy alone, I've been able to talk to a whole heap of kids about what's going on in their lives that I may not have otherwise known about. So it's a really good technique. And I also like to offer little, now I am not an artist by any stretch, but I like to offer little examples of what those faces might be like. And what's really fun too is you do then get the kids who have quite an imagination or quite a flair who run with it. That's smoke. Is that angry? Yeah, smoke coming out of the ears. So, and then, oh, and I put those up as an example, so they'll be up on the board just until they get used to the idea of what they're doing with their check-in. And then finally, I thought for little ones, oh, and some of my writings come off here, if you're not wanting to waste paper, or if you're just at home and you're not even, leaving the house with your little one, what you can do, if you've got a whiteboard or access to a whiteboard, just draw it up. So say today's Monday and I feel, and then get them to draw a face, or maybe you can draw a face, they can model one, I don't know, it depends again on how old they are. But I first saw this technique used with 6-year-olds doing drama, and they loved it and they nailed it, and it's an easy thing to do. The beauty of doing it on a whiteboard is to just take a photo of it. Your camera, your phone will save the data of the day, clean it off, do your next emotion the next day. So, Miss Ali, why are we collecting our emotions? It's one thing to check in and be mindful. Why are we writing them all down? Why are we keeping them in colourful little things? Because life is so busy, sometimes we forget how we've actually been feeling. And you might have a really good week, and then something terrible might happen, and all of a sudden your whole week is clouded by this one bad thing, and you think, oh, it's been rough, it's been yucky, it's been horrible. But if you were to go back, if you've been keeping your record, if you go back, you can actually see, oh, hold on a minute. No, I've actually had a really great week. And it works both ways, because you might be feeling really good at the end of the week, and then you'll have a look back and you might see, oh, I had some tough moments earlier in the week. I wonder what that's about. I wonder how I can fix that problem, or I wonder if I still have that problem. So in a busy life where days tend to run into each other, and sometimes we forget how we're feeling or why we're feeling it, to have a record that you can talk about or show someone or tell someone can be a really handy thing, especially when it comes to anxiety with little ones. So any adults out there, it can be a really nice record keeping thing if you need it. And for the bigger kids, just for your own knowledge, it's good to know, how often are you happy? Hold on, there's a bit of a pattern. Why am I sleepy all the time? It's because you're going to bed too late. Okay, so that's an example of a good one to put in there as well. A mindful check-in. It's simple and it's easy. I would love you to get in touch with me. Maybe do your own ups, take a photo, send it to me. That would be great. I'd love to share some with you all. Write me a letter, write me a message, ask me a question. Tell me I have to get better at this because I babble a bit too much, don't I? That's okay. I'm learning. Practice makes progress, remember. Anyway, Mindful Monday. Thank you.